Oh, okay. I'm live. I'm so sorry. I just thought of calling thinking I wasn't live. So, welcome to the session, guys. Welcome, and here I am, Niharika John Mehra, your faculty of English. I was wondering why I was unable to begin the class, but I think now I am live. So, great. Now, those who are watching me for the first time, my name is Niharika John Mehra, and I have been teaching English for more than 10 years now. Let me quickly share the session with some of the students. आप भी जल्दी से like और share कर दीजिए. Okay. So, इस session में we are covering English section for EPFO exam. So we are doing these questions along with explanation. Some are vocabulary based, phrase based, grammar based. So you have the variety here. Good number of questions we are doing. Okay. Classes कुछ इस तरीके से होती हैं. EPFO classes are Monday, Wednesdays and Friday. Okay. And that's at 1:30 p.m. And then 8 p.m. we have another class which is editorial session on the same channel, which is Monday to Saturday. Very important, very helpful session. So please make sure that you do attend these sessions. Okay. Once again, a very good afternoon. And timer के साथ हमें questions करेंगे. All you have to do is answer the question here in the chat. ठीक है? चलो. So let's begin. That's the first question. Like or share जरूर कर देना students. And yes, if you want free PDFs, make sure to join our Telegram group. Details are in the description below. So definitely answer for this one is B, right? The board of directors. The word board is a collective noun. Now, whenever you have collective noun, you have to check both the ways. Okay, it may look singular sometimes. For example, the word team, jury, but they can act singularly or in a plural manner. Okay, they can act both the ways. So that alone is not the reason कि यहाँ पे board है, ठीक है? But we have to see that the whole sentence में context क्या है. So the board of directors were unanimous in their decision. So they took a decision unanimously. That's why I know यहाँ पर was आएगा. B is the answer. To appoint a new CEO despite internal disagreement. Okay. Next one. Okay, so for the second one, it's very simple again. 4-5. Unanimous means something जो साथ में लेकर होता है. Okay, everybody is in the favor or everybody is not in the favor, but it's not like there is division in agreement. So the implicit condition behind what? The center. Doing what? Providing the states. Providing what? Compensation for any losses arising out of GST since 5 years नहीं होता. So when you have a time period, you use for 5 years. Answer is C. Was the implicit condition का यहाँ subject verb agreement है was that the states would use this time to bolster their own tax revenue. Answer to this one is C. The data from the recent survey seem to suggest. Now the word data again is a collective noun used both the ways. Okay, that unemployment figures have been grossly underreported. So the बहुत easy था. C is the answer. Next one. Okay. Answer. Not only did the manager. So whenever you use not only, right in the beginning, you use inversion, helping verb, then you use the subject and then main verb. Okay. So not only did the manager reject the proposal, but also criticized. But also के बाद verb second form because did plus verb first form is past. Okay, simple past tense. तो यहाँ parallelism check हो गया. The team for what he called the lack of foresights नहीं होता. D is the answer. Foresight. Okay. So foresight is uncountable now. It's very easy. There is lack of vision, lack of foresight, and that's why वहाँ पे plural नहीं होना था. Very very simple. Oh, such time was needed still. Easy answer. Scarcely had the team settled. Same goes for this one. Had subject main verb. Okay, because scarcely is what we are using to start our sentence. So scarcely had the team settled into the new office. Scarcely के साथ में we use when they were asked to vacate it due to legal issues. So answer is no error for question number 5. Okay. No, see, actually, it is not scarcely alone. It is the combination of using scarcely, rarely, barely. We use these words with when as a pair. Okay, just like no sooner is used with then. एक के बाद कुछ हुआ नहीं कि दूसरा हुआ. So that's why there we got no error because everything is all good to go. The speaker's arguments lag both. Now question is lag what, right? So we want noun. Lag logic, that's correct. Logically out. Logic and convincing. Now convincing cannot act as gerund here और यहाँ पे दूसरा noun missing है. So we need another noun for parallelism. Logic and persuasiveness. Okay. So here that's what it makes sense. Now conviction is also a noun. ठीक है. The thing here is we need to make sure that arguments में क्या हो सकता है. Now comes the context. Half part of this was all about what? It was about choosing the right form of speech, part of speech. Second thing, persuasiveness बोले कि conviction बोले. So logic के साथ the thing that goes well here, जो दूसरा एक key point missing था, lacked both, that is going to be logic and persuasiveness. That means persuade करना दूसरों को थ्रू दी आर्ग्यूमेंट, वो नहीं हो रहा था क्योंकि लॉजिक नहीं था तो सामने वाला कन्वेंस नहीं होगा. Conviction here on the other hand, it means that what you believe in your heart. I have this conviction that if you are attending classes regularly you will be able to clear the exam. So that conviction sense नहीं बना रहा sentence में proper. That's why A. Thank you. Okay. So in the case of countable, like 10 students here, we go for the form of few. Okay. So if something is uncountable, then we will go little, less, least. Okay. But in the case of anything countable like 10 students, we go for the forms of few. Now less wala hata do, okay, more wala hata do. No fewer than, not nahi hoga. So the correct phrase for countable nouns is no fewer than. The correct phrase for uncountable, no less than 2 kgs of rice is needed for the dinner tonight. That means इतना तो minimum चाहिए है. This is uncountable, so no less than was okay. Students are countable, so no fewer than. Answer is A. Next one. For question number 8, answer is A. Okay. Nobody answered. The scientist explained the process lucidly and in a manner that everyone could understand. Okay. Itki zarurat nahi thi to be understood by everyone. In a manner to be understood by everyone in a dramatic way we can say, but clarity is also important in sentence correction question. So uska answer definitely A hai. Again, if we see, explain the process lucidly and in a manner that in a manner for everyone. See, manner को explain करना है. We want to explain what type of manner in a manner. So whatever manner it is, उसी को पास में बोलेंगे. That's why A is the answer for question number 8. Next one, ninth one. Okay. Uh, so she had barely finished writing the report. Okay, when again barely wala hi when the deadline was preponed, when the deadline was brought forward, when the deadline had brought forward. See, this is gonna happen by someone. Na? Deadline को push करा अगर किसी ने, so this will take passive tone. So had and forward was advanced. Advanced का meaning नहीं होगा because deadline is time based thing. है ना? Was preponed, was brought forward, or was preponed just like what we have in the option. Now what we cannot go with this one. Why? Because we have had barely finished. यहाँ past perfect है तो past तो चाहिए है. But we also want to talk about the correct subjunctive mood. Subjunctive mood यहाँ पे जो होगा वो होगा A में. Clarity के साथ we want everything to be in right grammar format as well. ओके सो यहाँ पे प्रीपोन्ड नहीं बोलेंगे. वी विल यूज द करेक्ट फ्रेजल वर्ब दैट इज ब्रॉट फॉरवर्ड. ए इज द आंसर. Exactly, but then we have to choose the formal and informal way. Just like I want help in managing the class. Okay, this is not wrong, but the correct thing that we use for exam is formal English, standard English. So I will have to change this for exam. I want some help manage the class. Okay, so that's how you do it. It's just some things you have to follow. Second question, next question, 10th number question, B is the answer. I taught you demand, insist, suggest. अगर ये main verb होते हैं so later on whatever we do, whatever verb we use, it has to be by default in verb first form. So follow आएगा. B is the right answer. Okay. The politician's speech was full of dash. कुछ भी हो सकती है. Okay, full of whatever हो सकती है. Meant to evoke emotion rather than reason. Now please understand this thing guys. Okay, Now, when I say the politician's speech was full of, it could be full of any of these things. I will tell you meaning of all the words. But it was meant to evoke emotion rather than reason. मतलब कि फालतू का बढ़ाना चढ़ाकर बताना ज़्यादा था. Hence, the answer is rhetoric. Anything which is rhetoric is just using more words, persuasive speaking, making people emotional. There is a story in it. That kind of speech. So that's why rhetoric is the answer here. If we go for the word pathos, it means sadness. तो sadness से कैसे लोगों का emotion evoke होगा? Epithets. Epithets are actually it's nicknaming someone. So epithets का meaning यहाँ पे sense भी speech में कुछ भी नहीं होगा. Platitudes are cliches. Some stories, some things that we already know it is overused, and that's again not something that author politician will use to evoke emotion. We will revise the words. If they are new to you, we will learn the words. So vocabulary question आप आराम से करो. There is no rush because we want to learn as well. Practice alone is not the agenda. We want to learn something new if it comes across, and that's why we are here to learn. Despite several setbacks, she remained dash in a pursuit. Okay, the answer here is tenacious. She didn't give up. वो लगी रही. She was very strong, immovable. है ना? उसको कोई हिला नहीं सका. Erratic is negative word. It means irregular. Effusive is extravagant, lavish. खूब सारा दिखावा है. Complacent D word means self satisfied, अपने आप में खुश, अपने आप से खुश. स्मग बोलते हैं ना जिसे हम इनफॉर्मल वे में. The answer is B. Okay. So it is a phrase actually, nothing more to this. Answer is B. The court's ruling is considered a watershed moment. Watershed moment होता है a turning point which is very critical and crucial. Okay, so उसे हम, this is a phrase, this is how it is used. Watershed moment means a point which is a turning point. It's very important, very critical and crucial. ठीक है? So that's there. बाकी words के ऊपर आते हैं. Tectonic plates. If you might have read a little bit about earthquake in news or so. So these are it relates to the structure of earth. Okay, तो उससे ज़्यादा आपको इससे समझने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. Mercurial is something which is very volatile. कभी भी बदल जाएगा. Just like mercury, the element. Ephemeral होता है short lived, छोटे समय के लिए है, temporary है, उसके बाद वो चला जाएगा. Answer was B for the question number 13. Make sure to like and share, guys. आंसर इज ए, arcane. Okay, मैं सारे words ले रही हूँ. For 14th answer is arcane. Now in the previous question there is a word that is jurisprudence. Okay, jury से तो आप समझ गए होंगे, it relates to some kind of judging. Okay, so it's a legal system but where it's actually a noun that calls for the system which has a philosophy and all the law included. बेसिकली जुडिशियल वर्ड का नाउन फॉर्म है, आसान तरीके से अगर मैं समझाऊं, नॉट टू कॉम्प्लिकेट थिंग्स फॉर यू. Arcane, his explanations were so arcane that even experts found them hard to grasp. Arcane is anything secret, concealed, very confusing in the way it is meant to be sealed. Lucid होते तो बहुत ही अच्छे होते, but experts found them hard to grasp, उनको भी नहीं समझ में आ रहा, and that's why वो lucid नहीं है. कोजेंट अगर होते तो दे हैव बीन वेरी कन्विंसिंग, कंपेलिंग. दैट इज नॉट द केस. ससिंक्ट मतलब छोटे, क्रिस्प है, वो भी आसान होता समझने में. आर्केन है, हार्ड टू अंडरस्टैंड बिकॉज दे हैव अ मिस्ट्री इन देम. 14th आंसर ए. Fifteenth answer is no one. It is of course B. बेलिकोस एक ऐसा वर्ड है जो कि बहुत ज़्यादा एग्जाम में हमने यूज होते हुए देखा है. ऑफन वी हैव सीन दिस वर्ड अपियरिंग इन एग्जाम हियर एंड देयर, वो मिल ही जाता है आपको. द कंट्रीज फॉरेन पॉलिसी हैज बिकम इंक्रीजिंगली bellicose over past few years. Anything which is coherent is linked with something else. साथ साथ चल रहा है. bellicose is hostile. So foreign policy not hostile exactly in this sense, but it is argumentative. है ना. पैसिफिस्ट इज ऑफकोर्स यहाँ पे पॉलिसी है, सो इट कैन नॉट बिकम अ पैसिफिस्ट. पैसिफिस्ट लोग होते हैं, ह्यूमन बीइंग होते हैं, दोज हु लाइक टू मेक पीस विद अदर पीपल, लिव इन पीस. रिक्लूसिव भी पॉलिसी नहीं हो सकती बिकॉज इट मीन्स हर्मिट लाइक लाइफ, साधु जैसा वाला जीवन, है ना. मे बी नॉट लाइकिंग टू सोशलाइज, तो वो भी नहीं हो सकता. पॉलिसी हैज बिकम समहाउ, तो वो आपको देखना. Synonyms. That's okay. So if bellicose is not used in the paper doesn't mean we won't get it in. Yeah. There was no other word na that would fit for the word policy. Two words are used for people. Now policy cannot be coherent. That would not make sense. So बचता ही क्या है? Elimination से करो. Okay, so the answer here is bombastic. Okay, anything which is turgic is going. We want synonym by the way. तो आप ये भी अच्छे से पढ़ना कि पूछा क्या है. It is pretentious, grandiose, बड़ी बड़ा चढ़ाकर दिखाने के लिए है. Dry and simple opposite थे उसके. Limpid is crystal clear. Anything which is crystal clear. 17th question, synonyms ही है 20th questions तक सारे. insouciant, right? So insouciant is being indifferent. Being indifferent, I have already explained you, is you don't care about what other people think. You are not sympathetic towards anyone. You are very cold. So that's being insouciant. Anxious is a negative feeling. Insecure and violent, all both are negative. But doesn't mean कि सभी synonyms है. Anxious, I think understand करते होंगे. Violent, insecure. You are not very confident about anything. You always fear of losing someone, something. So horrific. Okay. Answer is B. Anything that is sedative. Anything which is sedative. Soporific. Okay. Exciting, inconclusive. We don't have any particular result. You cannot conclude. So that's what we have. Exhilarating कुछ होता है, so that is thrilling. Thrill से भरा हुआ होता है. Nothing to do with soporific. Okay. Pellucid is anything which is transparent, crystal clear. Complicated, hoga nahi. Opaque is the opposite of pellucid, and sluggish is very slow. It has nothing to do with the word pellucid. It's good that you people are learning along with solving the questions, right? Obsequious is a servile person who is overly submissive. To butter you up, the person will do whatever you want him to do or her to do. Insubordinate, rebellious, they are the opposites of obsequious. Okay, so they won't do what you want, they are not submissive. Self assured is again not submissive because self assured people usually don't follow other people in a way. No, actually, these are not very common words. I mean, yeah, that's the only answer I have. Dilatory का opposite चाहिए है. The answer is punctual. Anyone who is dilatory is always late in doing things. Okay, so say हम dilatory बोलते हैं, which of course is opposite to punctual here. A is the answer. Anyone who is tardy and procrastinating. Of course, procrastinate करना is to delay things. It is synonymous, similar to the word tardy. Tardy is also something which is already delayed. Second one, 22nd one. Surly doesn't sound like a very nice word, na? The meaning is also the same. Anyone who is surly is very grumpy. बहुत ज़्यादा bad temper का होगा. So it's not moody. Moody can be just changing mood once a while, but anyone who is short tempered, polite का opposite. So answer is A, polite. Hostile is sort of synonym, and blunt is its neutral word for me. It could be good kind of blunt or bad kind. It's straightforward. This should be easy. 23rd. Skeptical is actually the one who is dubious and doubtful. So synonyms तो नहीं होंगे. Trusting is the antonym. Reluctant is not willing to do, not wanting to do something. Another popular word that we often see in exam, question number 24. You have to mark the antonym. Placate. Placate is to calm down. है ना? So soothe करना उसका synonym होगा. Now, resolve करना भी synonym हो सकता है in a way. Convince has nothing to do, so answer definitely is A. Aggravate, making something worse. austere. Okay, it means something which is plain and strict, straightforward. Opposite is lavish. Okay, opposite is lavish. Restrained एक तरीके से उसका synonym हो जाएगा. Unadorned is nothing to do with austerity. So one word substitution. Question number 26. A place where weapons, military equipment are stored, definitely it is arsenal, है ना? Gallery is usually for paintings and for some art things. उसके लिए जो होती है place, we call it a gallery. Garrison is also related to military, but it is for the troops. It is not for the weapons because we want weapon and military equipment. Garrison is the place that relates with platoon. Fortress जो उनका होता है तो उसमें arsenal is the exact word because वहाँ arsons रखे जाते हैं. Bastion is projection, तो यहाँ पे bastion नहीं. A person who believes pleasure is most important thing, most important pursuit in life. ऐसे person को ना hedonist बोलते हैं. Exactly. Pessimist, negative things वाला. Cynic is also always negative ही सोचता रहता है. Idealist is कि सब चीजें एकदम perfect हो. This is very easy now. So answer of 28th question, which I have, I think in an editorial we have covered this word. It's an immigrant person, है ना? एक immigrant person जो होता है, that is a person who settles in another country. I wonder anybody answered D. How it can be explained? Okay, answer this one and then I'll explain. I'll explain everything. Answer 29th one. Okay. Before 29, let's see immigrant, emigrant, and expatriate. Immigrant with the I is the one who actually is living permanently in another country, which is the definition of settling. Settle करना is permanently वहीं पर live करना. Emigrant is not the settle part. It is simply moving to another country, okay? But sometimes a person who lives in their own country to settle permanently in another one is emigrant, okay? वो अपनी country में भी रहेगा पर उसको दूसरी country की भी चाहत है. एक्सपेट्रिएट इज एग्जाइल, है ना, नॉन नेटिव है वो वहाँ का। तो माइग्रेंट एक्चुअली, इमिग्रेंट ई वाला एंड एक्सपेट्रिएट आर सिनोनिमस वर्ड्स। रिफ्यूजी सिंपल भाषा में समझो उसे, वेयरएज इमिग्रेंट इज पर्पसली सेटल होने वाला। समझ गए ना? Now, for the question number 29, definitely the answer is an imposter. You know, the one who pretends to be someone else, something else, but actually में तो कोई और ही है. Hypocrite is the value-wise person believes in something else, ज्ञान देगा, but himself herself doesn't follow. In fact, masquerader is also someone who pretends, but masquerading is just wearing something to disguise. It's like an cover, outer cover, whereas imposter is the whole personality. A remedy for all diseases. Remedy is something जो सभी के लिए है, रामबाण इलाज, cure for all panacea. Okay, so B is your answer, right? चलो, okay. Conformist, again it is used for people, but these are, the personality will be something like, how to explain in Hindi, orthodox है, conservative है, but at the same time it's more about the practices they follow rather than the religious part of it, तो उन्हें हम conformist बोलते हैं. ठीक है, that's it. Thank you so much all of you for attending the session, and make sure to like and share. You will get all the questions, the PDF of it on a group, so make sure you are a part of a group. Okay.